the major world's number one in the world is Federer. And
yes.
People don't realize how good he is, do they?
Well, it's hard for people in the United States to realize how good he is because he only plays here 4 times a year. Mm-hmm. He plays all over the world. It's a global sport. Tennis made its bet a long time ago and went that direction. And he is an absolute icon around the world. This guy is right on par with Tiger Woods outside of the United States. And if Tiger only played 4 times in the U.S. per year, imagine the impact that would have on the popularity of golf. If you're best at anything. In America, we only want the best of the best. We're spoiled like that. You know, we want to have the best in the football, the NBA, the basketball, you name it. So if you took Tiger out of golf and you take Federer out of America, except for 4 times a year, you're going to have the public going, God, this guy just won Wimbledon again, 5th time. He won the U.S. Open the 4th time. How come I don't get to see him so much? What's going on? Tennis must be down. Well, tennis is not down. It's just that he plays all over the world. It's just not as American as it once was. We have 2 great men's players, and James Blake and Andy Roddick, who are top 10 players. And they're living in an era where, how do you win? Because you're in the Roger Federer era. This guy's going to break every record that we know in men's tennis.
Is he the best ever?
He's going to be. Yeah. He's not yet because he doesn't have the numbers to back it up, but I'd say on his day he's the most complete, well, I'd say unequivocally the most complete player that tennis has ever seen. Doesn't have a weakness. He's incredible. I mean, he blows your mind, and you know, I've been to the top of the mountain. I know what it's like, and I've seen a lot of great tennis in my day, and I've never seen anyone play like this guy. But
does he have a personality?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen much of that.
Well, that's because you don't get to know him. The kids, he's great. He's unbelievably accessible. He does, first of all, after every match he does press conference in 4 different languages.
Wow.
Incredible. It takes him 4 times as long as anyone else.
All at once or 4 different press conferences?
Well, that's a trick.
One after another.
Oh, okay.
The guy's a UN ambassador for sport. Here's my one knock on him. He's had the same girlfriend for about 6 or 7 years, right? In our culture, if you're not in Us magazine with Paris Hilton and all the other celebutards, you know, what are you doing? You know?
You're wasting your time.
You know, this guy's an honorable stand-up guy. He's got a girlfriend he's dated for a long time, and people think that, well, that's not that interesting, but he's a stand-up guy. He stood by his woman, and good for him. But, you know, unless you're in Us magazine on the cover going, you know, I'm out of jail again, you know, we're not really connecting with you. Is that our fault or is that his fault? I'm not sure.
Maybe you need an inter-tennis romance. Like I remember
Sharapova? Sharapova Roddick again. You want to bring that one up again? You want to make that happen?
Actually, I was going back to Jimmy Connors and Chris Evert.
Oh, you're going old school.
Yeah, because that's when I grew up. It was way back then, and then we would watch you and Bjorn Borg and Jimmy Connors play, and John McEnroe. Those were the matches that were always on at my house.
Right.
Yeah.
And I remember them being really long.
Yeah.
I thought that it was just not on in my house anymore. You mean people in general in America aren't watching tennis?
No, I think people are actually. I think that it's just that there are less tournaments in America. So when it's on in America, people are into. The U.S. Open is more powerful than it's ever been. That tournament is massive, massive entertainment event in New York. All the stars are coming out to it. I mean, it's huge. But, you know, there's a lot of competition out there, and tennis has to keep fighting the good fight.